Hi everybody, I'm Darren Moore and you're watching Reggae Boys Commentary. Hi everybody.
Hey guys, thank you so much for taking your time out to watch this video in particular. But let me give you an update on a channel called Sport City. Yes, Sport City. It is a channel dedicated to everything related to Jamaican sports. Football, cricket, athletics, netball, rugby league, rugby union, tennis, lacrosse, swimming, you name it, we got it on Sports City. And what is the channel designed to do? It is designed to highlight Jamaican talents across all of those sporting disciplines. If you're a Jamaican and you're playing that sport, then we got you covered on Sports City. So it's quite simple, guys. Hit the subscribe button to Sports City right now. This video is brought to you by MPEC Printery, specializing in t-shirt printing, posters, and shipping from the USA. Call 876-775-6692 or 876-337-7374. Andy Gone Nuts, 100% guaranteed fresh coconut water delivered straight to your door. Call 876-309-6128. That's 876-309-6128. Refreshing and affordable. For more information, follow them on Instagram at Andy Gone Nuts. Truly refreshing. And Crumble by Mrs. C. Old English fudge and other delectable sweet treats. Call or WhatsApp 876-586-0471. That's 876-586-0471. This video is also brought to you by BLC Jamaica Security Electronics, specializing in alarm system, video surveillance, camera system or CCTV, barrier system, gate automation, and access control. Call 876-320-7711. That's 876-320-7711 or 876-351-1105. That's 876-351-1105. Good morning. Good morning, everybody. How's everybody doing? I hope everyone is doing well. My name is Simon Preston, and welcome back to Reggae Boys Commentary. Yep, this is the channel where we come together to discuss everything in relation to Jamaican football. This is your hub for everything Jamaican football related. So, folks, let's get right into the matter, shall we? And let's talk about the squad. The squad that has been called up by Coach Halgrimsson, players that have been invited for training. So the training, there'll be 2 training sessions with Coach Halgrimsson at UAJFF Captain Horsborough Centre of Excellence. One will be today and one will be tomorrow. And the players will not be housed for the 2 sessions, but they're just going to be part of the training for those days. And each session will commence at 3 o'clock. So this is a 16-member squad that will be called up, and I'm going to share it on the screen for you guys so that you guys can be able to see. So this is the squad that has been called up. The 16 members that have been invited for training. And let's go through it together. So As you can see, this is the squad. Big up Andrew, The Truth and More, KY, everybody in the chat. This is the squad that has been called up for the games. Kimar Foster. Thirty-two-member squad. Thirty-two players in camp. They've been called up, and I'll go through the names one by one so that you guys are fully aware of it. So it's 32 members that are 32 members that are involved in camp. So let's go through them. Shall we? Kimar Foster, Ramon Howell, Ricardo Thomas, Peter McGregor, Trevante Stewart, Kimani Campbell, Demario Phillips, Devonta Campbell, Jamoy Topi, Tafari Chambers, Shaquille Dyer, Sule McCullough, Alwyn Harvey, O'Dane Murray, Eric Edwards, Kimani Arboin. So that's where we are so far. Let's go into the next aspect. Earl Simpson. Ajuma Johnson. Richard King. Dwayne Atkinson. Colin Anderson. Kyle Ming. Jadine White. Gwen Austin. O'Shane Staple. Colorado Murray. Joshawn Anglin, Nicholas Hamilton. Okima Jones. Malachi Douglas. Jason Wright. And John Whisper Richards. That, folks, is a squad that has been called up. Take a look at the squad. Soak it in. Let's hear your thoughts. I'll give my thoughts as well in a few. But it is something to process. But it is something to really, really process. So let's hear what you guys have to say about this. This should be an interesting one. Vibes Addict Entertainment says, Big Bad Whisper. Wow. Interesting. Would you look at that, shall we? 155 says, look on Cavalier players. Let's count it. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Cavalier players. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 Mount Pleasant players. See what I'm saying? Ten Mount Pleasant players, you know? So you see, Andrew, there's more, and there's 2 Waterhouse, 2 Dunbeholden, 1, 2, 3, 4 Arnott Gardens, 1 Portmore United, 4 Harbourview, 2 Chapeltown Maroon players, 1 Malines player in Jason Wright. And Dejon Richards. Big names, isn't it? Richard King. Some very, very special names on this list. Nice to see Whisper and Kyle Ming. Says documentary says, bless up, Simon. Bless up. How are you? 155 says, Whisper. To be fair, those Cavalier players all deserve their spot. I would have to agree with you there. Richard King, yes. Busy, yes. Colin Anderson, yes. Kyle Ming, yes, with 5 million exclamation mark behind it. Jaden White, yes. So the keepers in camp, yeah. Kamar Foster, Jaden White, a lot of Mount Pleasant Academy, you know. I think Busy will be assessed in these 2 days. Coach Halgrimsson noticed the whispering wonder. Romain Blake, the player that played in under 20 team and now at Waterhouse, he's a good player. Which player are you guys referring to? I'm eager to hear what you guys will have to say here. So yeah, what says you guys? I'm going to take more of the comments and I'll give you my take on this squad that has been called up. Trevante, for many reasons, very, very happy that he's there, scoring goals. I'd have loved to see him, says Visionary Allen. Simon, this training camp will be the filler players for the national team. I don't think that's fair to say the filler players. I do think a few of these players, in my view, will get opportunities at the senior level. For example, Richard King, for me. It'll be interesting to see if Trevante Stewart keeps up his form at Mount Pleasant, if an opportunity will come his way. Jaden White is working his way to fitness. Can he break into the goalkeeping pool? That is something that will have to be considered as well. Can Jason Wright continue the goals? Still something to think about. And for 2023, the biggest discussion point will be about Dejon Richards. That's going to be the biggest conversation this calendar year. What he does, how he will do. That will be the biggest conversation this calendar year. So that's something for us to process. So yeah. Owen says, good to see Malachi Douglas within the team. Yep, Chapeltown Maroons. We're very happy with him being part of this 32. Warner Brown makes a move. Yep, he's in Serbia. Very happy for him on this move. Andrew 55 says, Whisper. Lit. This is Whisper's opportunity. This is Whisper's opportunity to go out there, make a good impression, stamp his class, stamp his authority amongst everyone that is in camp, show what he's worthy about, and who knows, could very much be on the plane to Mexico. Let's see, there's still another, basically a month and a half, but still it's a start. Live Attic Entertainment says, he should also consider age also with these call-ups. Age. What is the average age of the squad? Mid-20s thereabouts. Mid-20s based on this squad in particular. Visionary Allen says, good to see a young squad. Yeah. Adrian Jesus, training for what? What do you mean training for what? You need to have domestic-based players in camp all year round. This is what every country in the world does. They have their domestic-based players in camp together. This is what even Argentina does. They have their domestic-based players together. This is something that really has to be focused in and zero in on. Training, of course it is. Absolutely. Very strong call up. Happy for Whisper, he deserves it. Yeah, the performances he has been putting in, you would have to say, absolutely. We can't just say a coach is not pick young players, and when this one does, we complain. When Owen says for the coach to work with them. These JPL boys should be training 6 days a week. My honest thought is that as it relates to the domestic-based players, they should be at camp 3 days a week. That's my honest opinion in the grand scheme. I think 3 days a week is something that should be worked upon moving forward. This is the standard that has been set in South America and select places in Central America. Apart from Belize, they do have camps with their domestic-based players. 2 to 3 days for the week. So I commend this start. This is a step in the right direction. This is wonderful, and long may this continue. Would add Romain Blake after yesterday's game. I can understand that. Visionary Allen says just Romain Blake missing. Why so much players from Mount Pleasant? Other teams in Jamaica. This is top boy. This is the decision of the head coach. This is the decision of the head coach. Mount Pleasant is arguably the best team this season, so it makes sense that they would have a lot of players in the training camp. Javante Stewart, Kimani Campbell, Demario Phillips, Devontae Campbell, Jamoy Tope, Tafari Chambers, Shaquille Dyer, Sule McCullough, Alwayne Harvey, and O'Dane Murray. Romain Blake is also missing. P is not too late. We'll see. We'll see if there will be an addition, because sometimes you do have some additions to the squad. I'm not sure if Romain will be added, but we'll see. We'll see. Why are we taking? Why not? Why are we not taking Jadine? Jadine is a national player. Jadine has worked tremendously on his fitness. He's removed the weight that he once had, and he's getting back to close to his best in terms of the physical approach. And this could be the opportunity that says, "Whoa, I'm back in the national setup. I'm going to show coach what I have. I'm going to really, really prove it." Unpleasant is an academic and tend to have younger players, says Vivatic Andrew 55. Thank you very much, Sheriff, for your super chat. Whisper deserves it, he says. Yeah. He says Whisper deserves it. Yeah. This is your chance. Go on and do it, the John Whisper Richards. This is your opportunity. This is it. A special, special, special moment. Whisper getting his chance, yeah. I'm Exit Football says, big up Simon. All right, JD, all is doing well, sir. I hope you and the family are also doing quite well. Yes, of course. How is things right now, JD, in Belgium? Let's go to all different platforms and campaign for Main Blake. Outer East. Just hear me out for 2 minutes, all right? Every time a squad has been named, whether it's a training squad or a squad that is representing the country in a friendly or a competitive assignment, you will always have reactions from fans and other stakeholders saying, where is he? And where is he? And where is he? If all of us as all stakeholders came together, analysts, fans, supporters, admin, players came together and picked their own 23, I promise to you that everybody's 23 would be slightly different. So at this point in time, let's commend this initiative that has been taken place. Let's commend the 32 players that are in camp, because if we're being completely frank, these are the top 40 best players in the league. In that bracket, you would have to say. So that is why it's not something that you can be ignored at all. You know what I'm saying?
Hello, good day, Mr. Preston.
Good day, Mr. JD. How are you, sir?
Can you send a damn link from me, please? Let me try this stream, because you talk about Mr. White. I want
to. Give me a moment. All right. All right, so KY says, big up. Money for Butler now. Whisper playing for national. Money for Butler? What do you mean? We should allow the coach to pick who he chooses, let him do his job. I just camp. Still M. Yeah, Blake is a baller. Yes, I believe that. Let's hear the excuses from Butler's camp. There's no Whisper is there, isn't he? Simon, will you go over the list once again? Yes, I'm going to go over the list once more. Absolutely. I'm going to go over the list once more. Hodges out of shape. Devontae Hodges, you're talking about? Simon, I'm talking Romain Dante Blake. Yes, I know exactly who you're referring to. Absolutely. Good morning. Great look. Yep, absolutely. Malachi Douglas showing best thing in the land period. Glad to see him on this jam list. Absolutely. I would have to say that for sure. Doing quite well. Yeah, and his performances merit that. JD says, big up, Drain. Malachi will play in Nations League, trust me. Big talent. JD Wataguan Whisper will make for sure. Yeah, we're looking forward to it. We're really looking forward to it. Simon White getting close to what? Yeah, fitness. Yeah. Simon want me burn a fire upon him. How much games White played? I'm not talking about Jamaica, sir. True, still everybody cannot be selected. Teddy League races up. Teddy League races squad out. Wow. Ultras just check in. So what about Marlon Martin from Arnett Gardens? One request, can you go over the list for unruly pick me? JD, tell them what happens when you're late to class in Europe.
No, I was just listening, man, because I was a little bit busy working on some things here and just picked up the kid from school.
Okay.
But I saw the list and I heard people talking about a list going around. So I wanted to know what the purpose of this list, is it just a camp to get over local players that shows promise or something?
Right, correct. Yes, absolutely. So this has been called up by Coach Halgrimsson for today and tomorrow. So it's a 2-day camp. So yes, this is a domestic-based camp. Absolutely, 100%. You're spot on there.
Oh, okay, because people said I should behave myself, so I'm going to talk decent. All right, yes. So, anyways,
yeah, so many people are saying if this is a squad for the Mexico game. So no, not at all.
Mexico, what? Don't let me lose it. Don't let me lose it, Simon. What are you talking? Mexico, what? You think it's a trial session? This you don't see what the mini men from Japan did to us.
JD, please.
Anyways, I'm going to spend 5 minutes because I'm not going to come and mash up your show. Anyways, what promise Mr. JD White showed to you? Did he get game? Because the last time I've checked him last season, he never played. Once the guy from out of the country is here, he doesn't play. So I can't understand how people shows promise not playing.
All right, so he was 206 pounds at the start of the month, and now he has gone down to 186 at this point in time. So he spoke about the fitness, and that was what I'm making a point about. His fitness level has gone down. He removed carbohydrates from his diet completely, and that is exactly why he has gotten into this frame.
Oh Lord, guys, you're listening to this. You hear the one, Simon. First, he talks about Whisper need food. He needs to come and no, he's gonna tell me that the man lose weight. We're talking about football,
Yes, exactly.
What you're doing? No, Malachi Douglas, Whisper, those guys were playing. The next one you're talking about a weight loss contest. I'm okay with that because I need to lose some weight, so I need to sign him to see who's got up. But we're talking about football here, Simon.
Yes, he's playing for Cavalier. I actually saw him quite recently. Yes, he is.
And how much game he played, Simon? Because Cavalier doing well. How much game he played, Simon? You're not answering me. How much game he played, Simon?
Less than 10.
I'm gonna check how much game he plays because I know once the next keeper there is not playing, Simon. So I don't think he deserves. You know what? He deserves. It's okay for him to get a call up because Richard Whisper, Richard's on it, Malachi Douglas on it, and they're playing in the Manning Cup. So I could see where they give him a call up, but really and truly, I don't think he's in the top 2 best keepers Jamaica has.
I don't think that's how Coach Halgrimsson is looking at it. Like, who's the best 2 strikers, who's the best 2 keepers. I don't think that is the logic behind it, but I get your point in particular in relation to that matter. Jaden White was part of the pool in 2022 where he's called up to camps and things like that. And for many players, this could be their chance of last hurrah or an opportunity to break into a 23 or a 26 that travels to wherever, Nations League, friendlies, wherever that might be. So I don't think that we have to overanalyze this 32. Coach has obviously gotten some advice as it relates to this list in particular because, as you know, he arrived on the island. He watched 2 games Sunday, watched a couple yesterday. So 4 games in the space of 2 days. So he would be getting advice. I'm not sure in terms of from overseas if he's getting sent games being emailed to him in particular. I trust it there is. So from that standpoint, you would have to say, all right, I'm getting some advice from those around me in terms of this person and this person. And of course, you know, the name that is highlighted there, Mr. Richards.
Yeah, but I could understand. But that's the thing, because I don't. When people watching, you have to make sure people know that we're not biased. You know, we have to always question these things. You know, want to see, because if you said he went to the games to watch, and if the player not playing, you can't get any data on him. You understand me? So he just came in and he watches those games. So can someone confirm if Jaden White played in those games? You know, that's all I'm saying. You know, so but you cleared it up. You said he's getting advice from other personnel as well. So I'm good. I was just concerned. You know, I am not going to come and mash up your show. I'm going to leave. I'm going to exit your show, big man, because I don't want to war. But I'm not happy. I had persons that should have been on this damn list. If these guys, if Richards is on this list and Malachi Douglas is on this list, Romy Blake, the defender, should be on this list, because he had played higher levels than Richards and Malachi Douglas. Obviously, I like Malachi Douglas being a good talent, but he should be on this list as well.
Okay, Malachi. Okay, you spoke about Blake. Did you say 2 players that should have been there that is not there?
If these 2 players, Richards and Malachi Douglas, on it, I have no problem with them being on it. But I'm saying Romy and Blake has to be on it as well, based on his ability.
Okay, understood. Yes, I'm on the same page with you there. I don't have an issue with that at all. 32 members in camp. Would last night's performances come into the mix? Yeah, maybe he's invited to tomorrow's camp, because, you know, at times when you have training camps, there might be additions or withdrawals due to personal reasons or other factors. So while this is the list that has officially been called up, it wouldn't surprise me if there are a few tweaks into this afternoon, because it's 10:30 Jamaica time, or into tomorrow, because in the past, based on what we've seen, persons have had issues. Some of these guys work 9 to 5. Can they really get the time to come for 3 o'clock? It's national duty anyway, so the laws of the land say you should be able to get time off. So
what you said, Simon, 9 to 5? Some of these guys are working 9 to 5.
Yes, in the JPL, some of these persons
it is the JPL you're talking.
No, players that play in the JPL, some persons have 9 to 5 jobs. That's why
on the side. So then always we're gonna have a professional league when the guys them working 9 to 5, and then at the same time complaining that the guys them don't want to sign the contract. Wow. Okay. Now I see why people got upset on me when Mr. Speed was actually there, saying that they're trying to get it professionally.
Yes, of course. Yeah, Mr. Speed was saying, you know, in terms of coming into the league, we're talking about players that are base 50,000 Jamaican a month, but it's something over time that is being worked upon in terms of the remuneration. But you understand the point with Lenny Hyde and the Chapelton Marooners, and if the players go unsigned, then that reduces a contract, a scholarship opportunity in the States and so on. So, to it, sir.
Yeah. But you have to ask the question right on top of that, Simon. Or is it then you're going to be a professional when the main thing about professionals is the concentration level. You can't concentrate if you're doing things part-time, comparable to someone that's doing it full-time. So how are we going to make the JPL into a professional league when the youths can't be professional because they only have half time, and it's not half time of a game?
Right. And the suggestion that I gave, you know, Arsenal plays at the Emirates, City plays at the Etihad. Why can't Arnett Gardens play at the NCB Tony Spalding Sports Complex? You're monetizing the assets that you have, that you own. And that way you get an additional 30 to 15 million into your club so that these players can get a decent wage. I'm not asking for nothing crazy, but I do think $1,000 a month is something that is fair across the league. I think you can be able to take care of your expenses, and at the end of the month, you can take wifey or your daughter out. So I don't think that is unreasonable, because the reality of the situation in Jamaica is at 50,000 Jamaican dollars. You go to the grocery shop one time and it's done. So personally, I think $1,000 a month is not too much to ask for in the initial phases in this developing on a professional. Yes, it's going to call for more corporate and all of those assets. And then you have to talk about improving the infrastructure. Are corporates willing to park their vehicle in certain places, and that has been a conversation already. So it's really, it's still a distance to go. Still a distance to go.
Yeah, because I thought that the firing of the coach depended. It really kind of connected towards the lack of can't select his players to play his system, because that simply means you have to go back and get other personnel to fit in a new system that they never played in before. And when you had these players playing in the Manning Cup and also previous, you get me, and it's all based on you saying that you want to make it a professional system. And people need to be sign the damn paper. That's exactly what Mr. Speed said. Sign the paper if you want to play. But no, you need to pay the guys them so they know that, all right, I'm gonna concentrate on this. I'm gonna give up this. I think if the pay was better, they would have actually decided to do that, or at least 50%. But the chances would have risen in their decision making. Then you'd have see 3 out of 5 said, okay, I'm not sure if I'm gonna go to USA, I can take $1,000, and help my family, as what you said. You get me?
Yeah.
So I in the end it cost them, but that's all I wanted, to be honest. The list, some of the players them, I am okay with it. Faster, I truly believe that he needs to get a good run. He's a good keeper, and a few others I saw on the list that I like, and I will keep watching them. Kyle Ming, Kimani Campbell, those are the ones that I will be having my eyes on. And Jamai Topi, you can't leave a list without seeing him on it. So I want to see what he offers. Yeah, because I saw a clip from him the other day, and boy, oh boy, it's yeah. I have 4 players that's on my radar, with obviously Malachi Douglas and Dujan Richards. I saw Dujan Richards play against the JPL players them. I would love for the fans them to see him play against the JPL players them, to see how he truly match up. Yes, and then you would decide on how long you will give him out to improve. Because I saw him play games that he was not in the game so much. And I saw him played games that he was much better than the previous game that I saw, But I never saw this thing of the outstanding games that he played against the JPL friendly teams. And I never saw that. I saw okay games from him, but not the outstanding game like the Manning Cup games. So I would love to see him in real games, like even this trials. I would love to see him in these trials to see what he does. But I never saw him really dominated these top tier players.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. Yes, guys. I'm not here to fight Simon. So you guys got what you wanted. So I'm gonna leave, but I just had to challenge Simon on that one food argument in Mexico and man a lose weight argument. Every time Simon come with the next punchline, a punchline bust. You have to call Simon soon.
No man, I'm not a boxer.
Punchline boss,
Yes.
Yeah. All right, so take care, Simon. I'm not going to overstay my welcome. Peace out, bossy. All right.
Little more. All right, then. Cool. Yeah, Mr. Blake, here's the thing. Mr. Speed said the top players in the league are getting 200 to 250. The top players in the league. This is not necessarily all the players, but this is the top players within the league that are in that sort of bracket. Every Jamaican team is called... Allard, you talk like a sponsor. Oh boy, Malachi and Anglin will fight for the local CDM spot. That will be a very, 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 very good battle. Cataract, eat the beef, but avoid the flour and the oil. Good point. Interesting. Baggio the Great. What's going on, Baggio the Great? Molto bene, Italiano, sì. People see what Whisper can do now. Now is the time. And in life, everybody has their time, don't they? Everybody has their time. So you look at the contingency. 2 Waterhouse players, 2 Dunbeholden players, 10 Mount Pleasant Academy players, 4 from Arnett Gardens. There's 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 from Cavalier. There's a Portmore United representative. There's 1, 2, 3, 4 from Harborview, 2 from Chapeltown Maroons, 1 from Alliance United, and Dujon Whisper Richards, Phoenix Academy. There we go. There we go. What do you mean a week? It's interesting, Nitro. Oil is not a an issue. The issue is the carbohydrates, because what you see is that the carbohydrates, they turn into sugar when they're processed in the body. That's why, but fats, which is oil, is a fat, and oil is not processed the same way. Fats are not processed the same way like carbohydrates. If you understand what I mean, the fats, the carbohydrates turn into sugars in the body. But if you eat your protein, you eat in your vegetables, and you eat in your legumes, you lose the weight. Honestly, I went from 300 pounds to 180 pounds from September 2019 to January 2021. And if I can do it, you guys can do it. It's as simple as that. So if you remove carbohydrates from your diet completely, you're going to say, my word, I have to go get a new wardrobe. And you're going to say, but these clothes start fit me bigger. When you're on the football field, you're going to move faster, like the speed of light. You're going to see it. And that is something that JD and White did. He changed his diet, JD. Oh, boy, man, I tell you. We shall see how good Whisper is now when he's in camp. Let us see if he will live up to the expectations, says Island Cards. Yeah. Carter Badger says, Mining Cup way different from playing with big man. I am agreeing with you 100%, sir. I have no qualms with what you're saying just now. You are absolutely correct. You're spot on there. And personally, I am excited to see what will happen when you see young players being integrated into the squad. I think it's an exciting time to talk about. So for me personally, it's a period there has to be one that has to be embraced. Jarvis Parr says, big up, Simon. Big up, Jarvis. How are you doing? Max says, I rate him highly too. He's a good footballer with brains on the field. Yep. Absolutely. Spot on. So, Patrick says, you're trying it right now. Really? You're trying it right now? Proud of you, man. Proud of you, man. Keep up the great work. Keep it up. Keep it up. Keep it up. Don't give up. Keep on pushing. Keep on pushing. And everything will fall into place in time. You'll see. Let's keep on going. Man, just keep it up. Keep it up. Fox, that's what I've said. I saw him playing before and I've not seen nothing great. So let's see how far he has improved. Jason Bless says, have to create a system. I guess a system is imperative for sure. What happened with Anglin's case in the States? Is he available to play for the national team? It's over. That's why he's on the island. I had high hopes for him before he got into trouble. He can represent the country, yes. Is there a game on the horizon? No point reading too much into calls. There's a game in March where Jamaica plays Mexico in the CONCACAF Nations League. We'll see. We'll see if there will be a friendly before that. I'm not optimistic about it, but we'll see if something can be tied. Simon, I did that with keto and my blood results were great. You see what I'm saying, Nitro? It makes a massive, massive difference. Once you get past day 5 in keto, then you're going to say, yeah, my body is entering ketosis, my body is entering those changes. And, you know, footballers do keto as well. I know Cristiano Ronaldo did keto for quite a while. You know, he ate fish and vegetables, chicken and vegetables. And I think he went 3 years or a certain period of time where he didn't have carbohydrates within his body. So where that is concerned, like I said, guys, bread, the rice, the pasta, yeah, those are the things to cut out. Comrade Lila gave his best vegetable. What do you mean? Is that the pay per week, 200 plus? No, per month. That is true, but curious, it is. Can't feed nobody. Join the live. Can you name the 32 players? Sure. Let's do that again. Kamar Foster, Ramon Howell, Ricardo Thomas, Peter McGregor, Trevante Stewart, Kimani Campbell, Demario Phillips, Devontae Campbell, Jamoy Topi, Tafari Chambers, Shaquille Dyer, Sule McCullough, Alwayne Harvey, O'Dane Murray, Eric Edwards, Kimani Arboin, Earl Simpson, Ajuma Johnson, Richard King, Dwayne Atkinson, Colin Anderson, Kyle Ming, Jadine White, Gawain Austin, O'Shane Staple, Colorado Murray, Deshaun Anglin, Nicholas Hamilton, Okima Jones, Malachi Douglas, Dijon Richards, and Jason Wright. We know the story about Jason Wright. Can you believe it was 12 years ago that he played for Jamaica at the Under-17 FIFA World Cup, one of the few Jamaicans to ply his trade with Real Madrid at youth level. Correct. But remove carbs from your diet and you will shrink. No, shrink. I've been 6'5" since I was 16 years old, so I haven't shrunk in my height. But that means no rice, patty dumpling. That is a lot to give up. Well, brain drain, you have to we'll have to think about it. Health is wealth. The sacrifices that you make in life are every decision that you make in life. You have to live with either the consequences or the benefits of your actions. So think about it. Are you willing to live with the benefits or the consequences of your actions? Think about it. Give it some thought. Carbohydrate is not White's problem. He needs complex carbohydrates, unprocessed yam, sweet potatoes, brown rice, not simple processed flour, bread, pasta. But Richard Stewart, even the complex carbohydrates, the yam, the sweet potatoes, and the brown rice, it eventually converts to sugars. A carbohydrate is a carbohydrate, just like water is water, just like the sky is blue. It's it's a carbohydrate, whichever way you look at it, which means that it will eventually turn into sugar. I do get the point that you're making as it relates to complex carbohydrates, the yam, banana, which adds a different purpose to the body, but it's still carbohydrates. How much teams will be created? You're talking about in camp? Good observation, totally agree. Very, very good observation. Very, very good observation. Jimenez and Pearson would have been named if they were on the list, if they're on the island. I have a feeling that would be. Brown Man Security 33, good sounds. Assignment the squad for the Mexico game? No. This is not the squad for the Mexico game. This is a list of players invited for a 2-day training camp with head coach Heimer Halgrimsson. A good look then, need to get them. All ultra support the dentist. We must give the coach a chance. So it says keto is the worst diet. It raises your cholesterol. And you know what's funny, Richard? It didn't raise mine when I did my regular checks at the doctor. It didn't. The only thing that I had to do was change my wardrobe all the time. Went from 44 waist to 36 waist pants. So them big pants there, dash way. Or take it to the tailor and have it altered. But for me personally, I would do it every other year. I would do it every other year, honestly. For an entire year, I would do it every other year. That's honestly how I feel about it. And how committed I am towards it. I think it's just brilliant. I guess because I like protein and I enjoy eating meat and vegetables. So yeah. Seems like the coach doesn't see Lamont Rochester and Romain Blake as yet. I like the right back from Harbour View, good player. Balotelli, Professional Pro Clubs FIFA 20 says Jamaica under 17 problem is not talent, it's tactical dungeness that needs the great coach to fix. I just says give the coach the support he probably saw the players online in the JPL. I'm confident about that as well. I'm surprised no Trayvon Gray, but not bad for an all-island call-up. Remember Trayvon Gray is playing. Trayvon Reed is playing overseas now in the USL. Staple and Ming are the two best right backs in the JPL. Ming is one of the best in the country. Good carbs, bad carbs, it's all about moderation. Yeah, but Owen, with that middle ground, it's always challenging. I just feel go hard or go home. If you go hard, you give 150%, you get rewards. Is Fabian McCarthy called? No. No, he's not. Fabian McCarthy has not been called. No. No, he's not been called. Don't see Fabian McCarthy at all. Not at all. Is Whisper called up? Yes, Whisper is in the squad. Dejon Whisper Richards is in the squad, the 32-member squad. I'll repeat it one more time so that everybody is aware. I had a challenge lifting heavy weights on keto though, doing a 5-3-1 program now, but have carbs before workout. Interesting. With weightlifting under keto, what I've been advised is that legumes, the peanuts, the almonds, the cashew are supposed to be your sorts of fuel, your sorts of energy that you need for those routines. Team Cataract in the building. Yep, that is correct. Need more energy when you are very active. Carbs are a need for energy. It just comes down to what carbs. I'll use Simon to go back to my keto diet, no carb. Every time I see Simon, I'll think the benefits of keto. I'll still consume a little rice though, just a little. Understand brain drain. Thank you very much for your endorsement. I really, really appreciate it. Guys, I'm more than happy to show you pictures of my before and after, because it was quite a journey. And I mean, you guys could scroll through Instagram to see the journey as well, because I was when I told you that when you go into a store and there's not a pants that can fit you, then that tells you everything right there. So protein, vegetables, dark chocolate, not white chocolate, dark chocolate. Dark chocolate also is a weight loss component as well. Dark chocolate. Sure you guys remember that. Hey, I'm here for football. We're getting nutrition 101. Got it all on Reggae Boys commentary. I think them mash up him meds when them left him off the Cameroon squad. Who that? So you do keto once a year and regular diet the following year. You alternate. What is your diet plan? Okay. So brain drain 2019 to 2021. I did keto. 2022, I took a gap year. 2022, I just went all out. Try a little like this, try a little like that. And now 2020, 2023, I resumed. So 2020, so basically with keto, it was 18 months on keto, 12 months off keto. 18 months, I'm going to go back on keto, then 12 months off keto. So that's the routine that I'm going to do. One size doesn't fit all. So I'm not saying I'm not saying that's something that you should imitate. But what you can do, if you do 1 year of keto, then the next year you can go 6 months no keto and then get back into that routine. If you are seeing weight loss, if you're not seeing weight loss, if you're gaining weight in that 6 months period. I didn't gain a whole lot in the 1 year. I think my waistbands went from 36 to 38, but that was about it. Processed food and sugar is your enemy. The soft drinks is a no-no. Water, I would say. Simon, we have so much nutritionists in the chat to each his own or dieting works, so Simon may not work for JD. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, go hard or go home. Cataract is Teddy Lee's a Haitian national. No, and Teddy Lee's a Jamaican. I hope me get in a Simon class. Travis Dennis the best goalkeeper for real. Of Simon. I must cover a lot of things per. I must cover a lot of things per day. We'll come on later after eating some food. This food thing again with JD, man. Oh boy, me I tell you, unbelievable. JD just using two big names. Complex carbohydrate rich food is mostly fiber and water with low fat. Most simple carbohydrate food is full of hidden fats that's what make you fat. A tablespoon of oil is 14 grams of fat. You want me to tell you guys what I eat and I lose weight? All right. Baked chicken or roast chicken, steamed veg, and Kit Kat. I'm going to tell them I drop weight like, whoa, when we eat that regularly. Chicken, steamed veg, Kit Kat. Chicken, steamed veg, and dark chocolate. Chicken, steamed veg, and dark chocolate. Drop the weight like, whoa, when we box that off. I see you're thinking, when did this turn into a nutrition class? When JD talking about whisper eating Mexican food and asking me if Mexican food is different from Jamaican food. But if I tell JD, yes, Jamaican food and Mexican food is completely different. I've been to Mexico twice. So I know exactly what I'm talking about. Yeah, this is an important ingredient as well. Some people are not fat, they're just suffering from inflammation from all the seed oils they consume. Interesting. Cataract, we just have to come together for the greater good because one unity. Oh, I should be good just writing while waiting for the food. After cataract, Patty, though, the problem with the oil is the vegetable oil used, a major cause of inflammation. JD, Simon is smart and professional. You are welcome. Okay. The weight loss in keto is water weight loss. Cool breeze. Cool breeze. Cataract, some of these newcomers should stop disrespect the old veterans of the part. When did this turn into politics commentary? A serious brother, Kit Kat me eat. Roast chicken, steamed veg, and Kit Kat. Roast chicken, steamed veg. You know, some actually feel to eat that today. That's what I actually feel to eat today. But I have salmon in the cupboard, I have tuna, I have sardine, you know? Keep is the most effective way to lose weight. I just find it hard to maintain it. I relapse. 36 to 34 waist is challenging. I am taller than most men. How tall are you, brain drain? Are you above 6'4", 6'5"? If you're in that 6'4", 6'5" region like mine, what will give that difference from 36 to 34 is the love handle exercises. That makes the massive difference. If I was to go to 34 waist, I would look literally like a stick like Peter Crouch. Literally. Like this. Colin Anderson on fire. Mr. Blake, you mean bad coaching? Sachel can be a big player for Jamaica in 2 to 3 years. Certainly. I agree with you 100%. Who used to think Teddy Grace Sensibly, no, I thought it was what? Daily agree? Daily agree is cool. JD, take it easy, man. You'll get a call up. More to come. Politics and food. Girls next, says Nitro. All right, guys. Let's have the discussion. Do we have any? All right, let's get right into discussion. Your mission should be about God and your career. That should be your mission. That is what you should chase. That is what you should chase, people. That is what you should be chasing. And everything else falls into place. Matthew 6, verse 33. Yeah. Psalms 37 and verse 4. Yeah. I stopped eat patty and gain 38 pounds since. Maybe you're eating something different. What did he replace it with? All these fancy names mean diddy squat. Just eat regular exercise. Just stick with the poly instead of a simple starch. El Gran Hero. One size doesn't fit all. There's more than one way to skin the cat. So look at it from that angle. All right. Some add families to the God and career part. Of course, I get that, but this is in reference to what we're referring to in person are saying, should I chase women? Should I give them? Should I make them my life mission? That is the angle I was referring to, brain drain. And I know you have persons like the self-developed YouTube channel who stresses the importance of no FAP and ensuring putting God first in your life and ensuring that it's imperative that you focus on these aspects because everything else falls into place. Because once you're focusing on yourself and your personal development, your personal growth, everything else will come. It's not an if or but or maybe, but will. We talk football, we talk life, we talk food, nutrition. What's the next topic we're going to talk about? Dandy Shandy? Rugby, cricket, athletics, lacrosse? Okay, guys, seriously though. Guys. Do you guys know? You agree? Okay, fair enough. In that order, Mr. Blake? In that order in particular? So that's top 5. Okay. So Leeds United is number 6. The 6 is real. Texter Hope says, Simon the Preacher, seek thy the kingdom and all will be added to you. Lose weight and the coach will add you to the team. Texter. Good one. Very, very good one. Yeah. Psalms 37 verse 4. Take exquisite delight in Jehovah and he'll grant you the desires of the heart. So can you imagine? If you put his interest first place in your life, then everything that you want will come your way. Isn't that fantastic? Isn't that great? That if you put him first, then everything else will come your way. Money, resources, the woman of your dreams, the house, the land, everything else just fall into place. But your brother says you are what you eat. So if I eat chicken, does that mean that I'm a chicken? Buck, 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 buck. No, I don't think so. But I get the point that you're making. And you say the way that you're living right now in terms of your eating routine, that's exactly how you're going to look a month from now or even further. So that's something to process. So yeah. Any person that can go from 44 to 36 waist without having gastric bypass surgery is a disciplined person with strong will. And like I said, brain drain, I'm not. You have to be disciplined. You're right. You have to be disciplined. And I drank water in that time. During that time, I wasn't in a relationship. I was focused. I was driven. I was focused. I was disciplined. I was determined. So everything of that nature was just forward thinking and just real discipline. So I appreciate that. Thank you very much. Really appreciate it. It's at you, my friend. However, the public is not allowed to attend the first day, being Tuesday. They're not allowed to attend the first day. However, there are plans for arrangements for Wednesday. JFF needs a new television deal for the national team and the JPL, so we in the diaspora can watch the local games and the national team when they're playing. That's a very good suggestion, Mr. Mario Russell. That's a very good suggestion and something that needs to be considered. Does another channel need to be created, like another television station locally need to be created, or the ones that currently have those deals, can packages be put in place where these live events are shown and the other programs that these television stations have can be truncated for that particular day or week that live event is on? Leeds had slipped down the list, and it's been a decade since I've been to England. Leeds coming after the... Yeah, everything will be added because everything will be second place and you will be more easily to be content with what you have. That's an interesting perspective. I never thought about it that way. Not the names. Let me see if I can improve them a bit bigger. Can you guys see the names bigger now? I should be able to see the names now. So it should be closer. The Jamaican top flight football must be televised. Agreed. Jeff needs to create a new channel. Mr. Blake says, I'm allowed on Ring Road. Nobody can stop me. You're going to be dancing on Ring Road. Wouldn't that be something? Mr. Blake on Ring Road? Yes, Mr. Blake is getting all the information that he needs. That's right, he's on Ring Road. So that's basically what we can say from that angle, really. So what I can say is that it's important to get all the necessary information. That is true. That is true. That is true. Right, folks. So Sterling says, I'm 42. I never weighed over 160, but I'm really active where I live now. We do a lot of hunting and fishing. I eat a lot of deer, meat, wild turkey, wild hog. Sterling, where do you live? And you've never weighed over 160, so you're like 5'7", 5'8", thereabouts. Any Reggae Girls updates? I've been watching Kayla McCoy in Scotland, and she's really improved. Her body looks amazing, and she looks in the best shape of her life. She's now Kayla McKenna. She got married quite recently. She's now Kayla McKenna, and she is in scintillating form. I think the move to Rangers was really imperative for her and her growth and development, and that's why I think picking the attacking line for Jamaica for the World Cup, there's going to be a lot of disappointment, because when you think about it, just listen to these names, Knight Rider: Bonnie Shaw, Jodie Brown, Tiffany Cameron, Kayla McCoy, Shayna Matthews, Trudy Carter, Olufala Shade Malekon, Kiki Van Zanten. I just named 8 players right there. If you want, we could add Rachel Jones to that list as well. We could add Siobhan Wilson's name to that list as well. So you know where I'm going with all of this? Not all of those names will be on the plane to Australia, unfortunately. So somebody's going to have to be left out. Well, the question is, who do you leave out? That's another question. For me, I want to go into the tournament where there is diversity and versatility within the squad. You look at somebody like Tiffany Cameron that can operate as a right back, somebody that can operate as a number 9, and somebody that can operate on the right-hand side of a front 3. That is the versatility right there that you would need in a World Cup squad. Bunny makes it. Jody makes it. Tiffany makes it for me. Kayla makes the plane. Shayna, if she can get some gold under her belt. But then you have to say to yourself, Sade or Kiki are both. You know, so that's why picking list 23 is going to be challenging. El Granjero says, I heard Peter McGregor is injured. How comes he got called? Big D Len says, up. Remember, El Granjero, if it is a situation where he is called, he'll be assessed in this 2-day session. And of course, this is an opportunity for the players to speak one-to-one with the coaching staff. The coaching staff will be able to tell them exactly what they need to work on when they go back to their clubs and what perhaps is needed for them to get involved in the national team program within the near future. 9 JPL teams featured on this list as MPEC. Is it 9? Let me check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yes, that is correct. 9. That is correct. 9 JPL teams are featured on this list in particular. But you know what's the thing, MPEC? When you look at the league as a whole, right? There are 14 teams and there's selections from 9 of the 14 clubs. That's more than half. I think that's fine. I don't have an issue with that at all. Yeah, how tall are you? I think you look like 5'7", Sterling. A player from Tivoli in the squad. Sterling lives in the wilderness. How many JPL games did the coach watch? 3 to 4. Glad to know that Wisp has been called up. He now has the opportunity to show what he has matched up with the big boys. Sterling sounds like he's in the Kentucky. Man, 109 kilogram one. You're 109 kilograms right now, JD? You're joking. JD, you're joking. JD, you're joking. JD, you're joking. You're joking. You're joking. You're not 109 kilograms, JD. JD, you weigh more than me. You weigh more than me, JD. I want you. JD, 109? JD, you're 109 kilograms? You know, so that's how much Lukaku did weigh at the World Cup? 6'1", 11. 6'1", and you're 160. Maga. Galen McKenna was not in your World Cup squad. Yeah. In my 23, yeah. And probably when I pick it closer to the time, maybe. We're going to KFC, IMAX it. They have KFC in Brussels? I'm eating off of Belgian waffles and I'm big, fast, strong. I am Jamaican. JD, you're 109 kilograms. No. JD, you're what, 5'11", 5'10"? No, man. No, sir. JD, 109 kilograms. Man, and Lukaku a par. Unbelievable. This coach called Whisper, he have this job for life. So it's brilliant concepts. Simon, do you agree with this squad and no player from Tivoli? I'm okay with this 32, to be honest with you. I don't have an issue with this 32 member squad. It's okay with me. Simon, Halgrim's native country has produced a number of world's strongest men, top athletes. That is correct. Yeah, Iceland has produced some fantastic athletes in that discipline. Absolutely. Kiki has to make the final squad. Jamaica needs her pace. So we're going to drop Sade then. And we're going to allow Chena. And we're going to leave Trudy. And we're going to leave Tiffany. Hunting's a big sport in Arkansas. Everybody do it, even the kids. Look at that. Malachi, Rujan, and Akimo. White soda has aspartame. Interesting. I have big bones, bro. JD, big boned. No way. I have an issue being because one team has 10 players, the team that the coach didn't see are at a disadvantage. The teams that the coach didn't see. But you know, there are teams on this list that the coach didn't see where the names are on the list. Right. Interesting point there. I'm not dissing you. Okay, 1 meter 85, that means you're 6'1". Okay. That means you're 6'1". All right. Cool breeze. 6'1". 6'1", 240. Cool breeze. So the coach sees 6 teams play if you watch 3 games. So who selected the players? The coach selected the players. The coaching staff got the right names on the list as Ian Campbell. I'd have to agree with you there, sir. Sunday and Monday were double headers, so the coach saw 4 games. Along with the camp, 2 days, today and tomorrow. Yeah, JD, because we've never seen JD standing, you know, we've always seen JD sitting. We've never seen JD standing. So it'd be nice to see if he does a video, you know, if JD did a video sitting down, you know? I mean, standing up. Because we haven't seen that. We haven't seen a video of JD doing that. So that'd be good to see. And hopefully that is something that we can see quite soon. You know? So I'd love to see. Will people be cut at the end of camp? No, it's not about cutting a list. No, nothing like that at all. This is 2 days where a local camp is being brought together. And my hope is that something of this nation will continue. Why everybody up on out JD? And Kiki is a must once she is fit. Okay. Most of these players went to Cameroon. Cav and Harborview have the most players. Why is Sade such an undroppable? I think she would be one right on the edge. Because of the versatility, because she can play central attacking midfield and she can also play a wide forward. So I understand the point you're making, and perhaps one of the reasons why she isn't on the edge, on the periphery. She's still a college player. She's not a professional, and you know, personally going into the World Cup, I'd want to have more professional players because the last World Cup, remember, there were 8 college players in the squad, and some of them actually played as well. So I'd want to have as much professional players start as possible. You're training at U. I've posted pictures in my community on the YouTube pages before. Okay, cool breeze. Where is the camp being held? The camp is being held at UE. Income is really happy for Richards and Douglas. Actually, is Mount Pleasant FC have the most players? Yeah, 10 players. So you're telling me next 5 teams didn't not even have one player that impressed the coach? You're saying that you wanted all 14 clubs to have at least one name? That is what you're saying to me? That is exactly what you guys were saying? Interesting. Mario Russell says, I'm happy Whisper get a call up. He deserves it. Yeah, I'm happy for him as well. Really, really happy for him. It's a good look, honestly. It really is a good look. And I'm hoping that he goes into this environment and makes everybody on the coach say, wow. That's what I'm hoping. Come on, guys. Smash the like button. Smash the like button if you haven't already. Smash the subscribe button as well. It's a surprise and unpleasant because they bought other players from some other clubs. Check where most of the unpleasant players came from. I know that they've come from in and around the league itself. Do you believe there is a local player who isn't on the list but should be? Yeah, I'd have to say Blake. Most definitely, I would have to say Blake. Only the Florida State college player should make the squad. If it was me, honestly, probably Jody Brown and Kiki might be the only college person that would make the plane. That's only me. For me, 3 players don't deserve to be in the squad, in my opinion. Murray from Mount Pleasant, he's not playing very good. Thomas Jr. I get too much chance. Like Van Hero, Mako, and Aldridge. Income, so I think it's a good squad, but players will be weeded out over time. I love how the coach scouting the JPL too, so we have so many talent on the island. It's a good look. It's a really, really good look. Havana should not make the World Cup squad. Why? I heard someone saying Grimmy selling coconut water. Grimmy got nuts. Oh, Gavin, you're not easy at all. I tell you, you're not easy at all. That's funny, but no, that's crazy. Absolute crazy. I know persons have been popping in and popping out, so let me just run through the squad again. Kimar Foster, Ramon Howell, Ricardo Thomas, Peter McGregor, Javante Stewart, Kimani Campbell, Demario Phillips, Devontae Campbell, Jamoy Topi, Tafari Chambers, Shaquille Dyer, Sule McCullough, Alwayne Harvey, Odin Murray, Eric Edwards, Kimani Arboin, Earl Simpson, Ajuma Johnson, Richard King, Dwayne Atkinson, Colin Anderson, Kyle Ming, Jadine White, Gawain Austin, O'Shane Staple, Colorado Murray, Deshaun Anglin, Nicholas Hamilton, Okima Jones, Malachi Douglas, Deshaun Richards, and Jason Wright. So there we go, folks. That is the squad. You're referring to Jody Brown and also Kiki. Okay. Yeah. Jody and Kiki. Yes, sir. That's for certain. Ricardo Thomas. Yeah, I know. There'll always be concern, folks. There'll always be concerns about there's one baller or two baller that you see there. That's why. But you know, guys, at the end of the day, just hear me out. Listen to this. This is a step in the right direction. This is something that everybody should be embracing because we have a local camp together and we're looking, and who knows, persons that you think shouldn't be on the list that are already on the list, they can inspire or push to another level or give a performance because they watch Reggae Boys commentary. They see all of your comments. They read your comments. They take it to heart. And they're going to say, you know what? I'm going to try and prove Omar Fowling wrong. I'm going to try and prove Alan Cart wrong. I'm going to show Ian Campbell that I'm a great football player. I'm going to show Travis that I can play ball as well. So these are little things that we can expect. Honestly, if I was the coach of the Reggae Boys in the last World Cup campaign went to the World Cup easily, it's because of such man. I use him friend. Some players wouldn't be in my squad, says Mario Russell. Okay, cool, Bruce. And Campbell says Romain Blake should be called up. Not saying they shouldn't be called, just an observation. Okay, all right. Can we use his lack of JPL games to eliminate him? Whisper hasn't played any. I've been impressed with Ricardo Thomas. Yeah, I can understand, and I've heard that view many times. Heard that viewpoint many times. More Fowling. Romain Blake will get a chance soon. I feel so as well. That's right, guys. Smash the like button, and if you haven't already, smash the subscribe button. All right? Good. People don't want it to feel like public pressure had anything to do with it because Rajan Blake played at a way higher level, says I am it. Romain Blake, yeah. Romain Blake. Sweatman, her form this season has been great. 12 games, 6 goals, 3 assists, almost a goal contribution of a goal or an assist every game. It's good numbers. And you know what's interesting? She's been playing in that number 10 position where she's been getting the goals. I don't expect that for Jamaica, but at least to know that she is contributing, it certainly bodes well. Travis, if he called up, why can't Blake be called up if it's just training camp? Because I don't think this team is going to play Mexico. No. This is just training camp. This is a domestic-based camp. Blake needs to be transformed into a 10 with his balance and good touch. He could become a 10. Okay. Romain just get edged out by the centre back who were called before, in my opinion. Thomas needs to improve his professional awareness, hone his defensive skills, and improve his physical strength. Everton Simon, even though Wisp has not played in the JPL, he has displayed otherwise that he's a special talent. How many of those fringe players in the JPL have shown that they are special talents? Yep, very good point. Everton, I don't have any qualms with what you've just said. That's all. I think that left back is the best position on the pitch for Romain Blake. Interesting. I've heard many other positions, but interesting. Okay. Corey Taylor says, I wonder what's next for Whisper in terms of his career. Well, the next step is being involved in this national camp. After that, you guys will see. I don't see the need for White. Or Mario Russell says, what would you say, Simon? I like him in the middle. I like him in the middle. What about the 10 positions? 10 positions to play. Jermaine Blake at the mid. Yeah, number 6. For sure. No, he is a centre back. And number 6 is fine. I'd love to see him as a number 6. But I know when you're in the middle, you have less time on the ball, so you have to make your decision quicker compared to being a central defender where you can make 2 or 3 more touches. As a midfielder, you basically have 1 touch, at a push 2 touch, and then you have to move. Of course, that is when your team is in possession. Simon, do you think the Reggae Girls coach will treat this friendly game in the FIFA Nations Cup like it's like he is in the World Cup and go all out and try to get good results, or do you think he'll do that? Alan Carts, I think that the window in February, there's still a bit more experimentation to do. In the post-match press conference against Paraguay back in November, the head coach Lauren Donaldson was saying that there are a few more pieces to the puzzle to be added, which gives the impression that we might see a few more new faces. We might have another look at Rachel Jones. And then after those 3 friendlies, we'll more see the squad that will be traveling to Australia for the World Cup and come down to perhaps a 28 or 26. And of course, eventually to a final 23. Travis, I know that, but if we are developing players, Blake is younger, he should be there over even Whisper because he was a starting player in under 20 team and best Jamaican born playing under 20. Whisper should get some minutes versus Mexico, says Grogu. Corey Taylor says, I don't watch JPL. Who would you say are the most exciting players on this list to look out for? Trevante Stewart, Richard King, Whisper. Is it risky as a centre back to go forward and then the team lose shape? Is it risky? I think you have the moments where you can do that. It really depends on your timing of it, and it also depends on the nature of the game as well. So is it risky? Yes, it is a risk. However, what I will say is that you will have moments where you will need that central defender to push forward. So that is what I'll say there. Hopefully you guys understand, what I'm saying from that angle. Simon is Malachi Douglas from... Yeah. Yes, sir. Chapeltown. Chapeltown. So yeah, please let the JFF know that we miss. Yeah, I understand exactly what you mean. Omar Fowlin says Malachi could develop into a good box-to-box player. Yeah, could do a good job. How much squads in total will they have? Because we do have a bunch of 20 to 23-year-old players not on this list outside of the island and might not be good enough to make the main team. Interesting perspective that you look at it in terms of squads. If you're looking in a broad sense of how many squads, domestic-based, UK-based, North American-based, then you could perhaps look at 3 squads in that sense. But if you're talking about squads in terms of specific 23, then that could also be 3-4 squads. Colin Quest says, big up Whisper. I hope he can make good of himself and don't flop as others have. Yeah, something worth considering. Corey Taylor says, JF needs to do better with posting of training sessions on social media, says Corey Taylor. Just my personal choice. My centre back has to be 5'11" at bare minimum. So I guess you don't like Lisandro Martinez or Adrian Mariappa then. We, the Reggae Boys, play overseas. We can watch the game, Simon. You laugh. It's not a joke. They need to. I understand. I understand what you're saying, Mario. I really do. Honestly. I get your drift 100%. I really, really get what you guys are saying. But guys, again, this is the squad. I hope you guys see it. And I hope that you guys are excited by what is to come. And just like Kamar Carr says, this coach means business. Absolutely. So that's something for us to bear in mind. If you folks haven't already, smash the like button right now. If you haven't already, smash the like button right now. If you haven't already, smash the like button right now. And don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe to Reggae Boys Commentary for more content. All right, guys, a special interview coming your way at 2 o'clock. Banging your questions. A national player is coming.
This video is brought to you by Maypen Educational Center, catering to evening CSEC classes and chess classes. Call 876-337-7374 or 876-775-6692. We got you covered preparing for exams. Andy Gone Nuts, 100% guaranteed fresh coconut water delivered straight to your door. Call 876-309-6128. That's 876-309-6128. Refreshing and affordable. For more information, follow them on Instagram at Andy Gone Nuts. Truly refreshing. And Crumble by Mrs. C. Old English fudge and other delectable sweet treats. Call or WhatsApp 876-586-0471. That's 876-586-0471.